battle back and outscore the Cats 20-10 in the second half and lead at the halftime intermission 28-19. The third quarter was won by Central as well. They really won every quarter except for the first. They won it 9-7 in the third and 14-9 in the fourth period to win 51-35. Largest lead of the game. Again, the Cats only led by 1 at the end of the first period, and Wise Central led by as much as 16, of course, at the end of this one. And as far as time with the lead, Cats led for 1:13, Wise Central for 28 minutes and 29 seconds. Game was tied for 2 minutes and 18 seconds. We had 1 tie and 2 lead changes. Let's look at the scoring disparity. 28 points in the paint for Wise Central to 8 points in the paint for the Cats. Cats had 11 points off turnovers. Central had 7. Second chance points, Wise with 8, 7 for the Bearcats. Fast breaks, 6 for Wise Central, 2 for the Cats. And the bench Wise Central outscored the Cats 5-0 from the bench. Let's take a look at some of the individual scoring leaders, starting with the victorious Central High Warriors from Wise. Hannah Carter had 10 points in the win, 9 rebounds. Dee Savetnik had 9 and 15 boards. That's the second game in a row now for Dee that she's had 15 rebounds. Gracie Mullins, 15 points. She's the leader for Wise Central in points for them, as she had 4 rebounds. 10 points and 2 boards for Brooke Porter. 2 points, 7 rebounds for Olivia Mullins. 5 points, no boards for Brittany Mullins. And that's the scoring for Wise. And for Virginia High, they were led in scoring by Taylor Owens, who had 18. But other than that, no other Cat had more than 6. Kerrigan Bailey had 6 with 5 boards. Taylor ended up with 8 rebounds with those 18 points. Jada Campbell, 4 points, 1 board, 3 points out of Amaya Lee, and 5 assists from Amaya as well. 4 points for Allie Sidnor, and that's it for the Cats. Only 5 girls scored. Nobody on the bench scored a point in the ball game, and fouls really plagued them. Fouls disparity 23-14. The Cats committed 9 more fouls. Of course, a couple of them late there really sort of stacked it up, but it was still pretty well swayed in that favor for Wise Central. Bearcats throughout the game, though, 10 for 47 from the floor shooting. Not going to win many games shooting 21% from the floor, and they got outscored in the paint by 20 points. So you're going to have to make perimeter shots if you're going to get outscored that much in the paint. Bearcats couldn't do it. They went 3 for 18 from behind the arc. We're talking about a Bearcat team that hit 6 3-pointers in the first period against Chatham to turn around and only score 3 in a whole game. Definitely sort of makes you wonder how things change from game to game. It's just the way the game goes. And with basketball, you never know when you get out here onto the floor. Cats really only made more than 3 shots in a quarter from the floor in the first. They made 4. Other than that, second period they went 3 for 15, third 1 for 11, and fourth they went 2 for 12. So it was really just like a long nightmare version of the third period that we witnessed in the Region 2D Championship last week. Just nothing going for the Cats, and they committed 14 turnovers to 13 for Wise. And again, Wise comes away with the win. They shot 39%, 16 of 41. But here's the difference, 19 of 31 from the free throw line. And they out-rebounded the Cats 41-30 for the ball game. So tough loss for the Bearcats as that will end their year. But what a run for them as they made it to the state semifinals for the first time since 07. But unfortunately, that pushes the record in the semis for the Cats to 0-4. They went in 98, 99, 07. So let's see. And now since this appearance in 18, let's see if we can make it back-to-back for the first time since 98, 99 for state appearances and try to break that streak there of losses in the state semifinals. But you got to give credit where it's due to Coach Dotson and Wise Central. That seems like every time they come out, they're just always in sync. They know what they're doing, and it's almost got them programmed to do the things that they do, and they know what they're doing, and they're tough to beat, especially here in Wise at the Convocation Center, basically in their backyard. So they'll be moving on for a chance to win back-to-back state championships. Coach Dotson's already done that once before, so he'll be trying to win back-to-back for the second time. They won it in 14 and 15 the last time they went back-to-back, and again they'll play either George Mason or Buffalo Gap in the state championship game on Friday at 6 o'clock in the Siegel Center at VCU there in Richmond. So I'd say there'll be a good contingent from Wise Central going up to see if Coach Dodson can win his 5th state title. And as for Coach Timmons and the Lady Cats, sort of be an off-season what could have been, but a season to remember here for the Bearcats. The black and orange and the fan support in Bristol has been amazing. I know that when we rode the bus up to Chatham, there were people lining the streets on the way out of Bristol, and of course the police escort was definitely cool and definitely a fun environment. And this run has just been impressive for the Bearcats, because after a 3-7 start, I don't think many people saw this team getting to this point anyway, and then even make it to the semifinal. And to knock off the teams that they did to get here, I mean, beating Chatham was a pretty signature win for Coach Timmons. And then turning around, and beating Ridgeview in the quarterfinals for the region was a big win for them, as well as the Ridgeview team that beat Wise Central earlier this year. So that is some of your stats from the game and some recap. Just not a lot of shots made. There's not a whole lot else as far as breaking it down. When you don't make shots, you're just not going to win. And the Cats, it just wasn't their day, and Wise Central will move on. Again, Bearcat Radio, you can follow us on Twitter at VHS Bearcat Radio, and like our Facebook page by searching Bearcat Radio. We'll have some information coming up. We got baseball season starting up in less than 12 days from now. It's hard to believe. Coming up here soon. I know they had a scrimmage yesterday, so Bearcat baseball will be coming to the radio network. And we thank everybody for tuning in. I know Mark couldn't make it out to tonight's broadcast, but he would thank everybody as well as we get ready to sign off here from the Convocation Center. Bearcats fall in this one 51-35. Great season, and thanks for Kerrigan Bailey for all she's done, and look out for the Lady Cats next year. This is Dylan Hutton, and of course Nate Graybill giving the stats for us tonight from the Convocation Center, saying good night from Wise.
Adopting a new pet is a rewarding experience. And Shelter Pets makes super pets. Your new best friend will steal your heart